everybody, and welcome back to the channel, where in today's video we're doing something a bit different. So we are in some Corsa, and I got my driving simulator some time ago. Don't really remember how long it's been, just really been enjoying it, trying to get it set up better and better. In this video I decided that I'm gonna try out going over some information that I've just been learning as I've been taking in the driving simulator, and then just compare it to driving on controller compared to, well, on wheel. And yeah, you could see driving the VDC Mazda RX-7, only really driven the R33, and when I'm making this video, that's the only two cars I've driven, but I actually driven the RX-8 recently, and I just been really trying to get everything set up. And some things that I really wanted to noted, but before that just wanted to show, like, I guess some mistakes I made in this video, in which you're just about to see right now in this part of the video. So yeah, I guess without further ado, we're diving into this. And so something I've been really just learning is that with gearing, you don't want it to hit off of rev limiter, because of course, if you do hit off of rev limiter, though I do kind of like how it sounds, maybe I don't really like how it sounds. Maybe the thing is I'm thinking more about anti-lag. I must be like a big anti-lag fan. And so, because I want to kind of have some sort of replication of it, that I have the gearing a bit like on this like side where it's kind of like hitting off of rev limiter like a bunch and stuff. And so you just like imagine getting to like the high point of like your RPM, just four rotor for example. Like well, instead of just like that, I just like imagine getting to like higher RPM, like, but like it, so something like that, just hitting off of rev limiter a bunch. And that's basically something you don't want to do, because it'll unsettle the car, and since it's unsettling the car, then it's gonna go from, of course, being in drift to wanting to go out of drift. It'll make your events like really like sloppy and then just be all over the place. And now I just also want to show you an example. I go third, fourth, fifth. This is now me in too low of RPM, so you really just have to find that perfect matchup. And I'm not thinking that it could have been because of the fact that the gearing was too low, but it could be because of wheel speed, because I usually use like around 155, or at least on controller I did that before. But as you can see here, so I actually, instead of going to the wheel speed, I actually changed the gearing, which now when I think about it, probably would have been better to change the rear wheel speed so I can have less grip in the car, and it would make the car float around way more. And so I think I do the changes later on, but for now I just have gearing set up for fourth gear, which works out better anyways, because for this track it's kind of harder to like get into fifth gear unless you're just like really at to pace it like through, I guess. Okay, so after that, well, I'm not even sure how I would explain that, but basically I wanted to go over dampening settings and stuff I noticed after messing around with the dampening settings, and just like how it affects the car and its transitioning. And notice by having the rebound higher up, so it really just wants to like snap back like way faster, and it doesn't really give me like as much control that I'd want compared to when I have the bump highs and the rebound. And I guess it really has some sort of effect on how fast everything reacts, like how fast the suspension springs back up or springs back down. And so maybe the suspension would be like spring up way faster than I really wanted to, and since all that weight is like in the suspension, then it's making it harder for me to drive and really be like more committed. And so that's something that it's not so noticeable on controller. You're just really able to push through it, but here on wheel, it's like it's really like important to just have it set up because especially since this is to replicate real life, then it's gonna feel pretty similar doing it in real life. Basically, this whole car was like a whole mess, and somehow I was able to push on through it. But no, this is just a chance of me learning from my mistakes and just really applying it and seeing how all that tuning and then just me getting used to all the footwork and everything, besides using two fingers on joysticks or well yeah, just like how that's working out. So now we're kinda just gonna see what happens from there. Like pushing with the car. Okay. Just gonna start off in first. Now, some things that I'd say to pay attention to is just how much I'm trying to like do. Part of it, I feel like there's moments where I was getting like my hand kind of just like stuck. I was kind of just like stopping the wheel even at times, even if it wasn't so on purpose. But it was just like I was trying to really just get everything down, but with all that I'm doing too much movement, so much throttle, just everything, so I'm not actually like settled with everything. And so a lot of the times where I'm going through this track and trying to get it down, it's from trying to be overcommitted and then just look like I kind of like know it all and everything. When really, if I'm just like a bit more like relaxed with everything, like more like relaxed with throttle, then I can really push on and really get through the track. And which is something that I definitely had to like learn, besides with clutch and just like kind of having like way for rested upon it. Since I didn't really use the at least the foot braking method, I wasn't using it because I wasn't proficient in it, and it's something I need to work more on now. But at least doing this, I can get this out of the way so that one day when I'm able to compete in real life, hopefully, that this is all out the way. So I have more consistency in getting the track down than just doing way more than I need to. And well, yeah, is that happening? Okay. Wait, does this camera work? Oh, the camera actually does work. Okay, it wasn't a good run, but then I actually made it throughout the track this time around. This thing sounds cool though. Well, I just made it through the track, and basically I could kind of just end off the video here, but I decided to see how long I could go because now I'm actually able to link the track, but I washed out in the second zone, so I didn't even make it to that zone at all, and I was really deep in that inner clip, and I would be taking out that inner clip basically. And so I want to see now how long it would take for me to be able to get a better run, because if I was already able to get this down in that amount of time, then it shouldn't take that long to be able to get this full track down now, right? Well, I guess we'll see. We're just making it further and further throughout the track now. I wouldn't go. It's just really bad on that. Okay, Mike. Okay, failed. That was completely me. I thought I was gonna transition. Well, okay, so for this part that's coming up, I just want to share what happens here. And so now I get ready to go through the starting chicane, go from first, second, third, fourth, get ready to initiate. And I do my usual initiation, but once I do so, then the brakes get stuck on my simulator, and so it causes me to turn the other direction because I wasn't actually on the brakes there, but the brakes got stuck. And so now I'm paused here because I was actually getting ready to leave, and so I was gonna come back possibly if I had time left to start this and then do some changes to see if I could fix the driving simulator from there. And as you can see, the braking is still on there, and I'm trying to mess around with the braking to get it to go off, but it just stays on. And so I decided that at some point, since it's to continue doing that, that I would just get off and go and get back to it at some other point where the brakes would be fixed. Well, actually, I think I calibrated it. Oh, I did. Okay. Bad news. I got it, but like I missed the one that I missed the third zone. Whoever it is. Let's see, is it this one? So I missed this zone this time. But I got everything else. Oh, did I? Okay. Very close though. Okay, so I'm in a funny situation here now. And so I finally got it, but then when I was going to start recording and I was going to switch to the replay, my game crashed, so I didn't save the run of me getting it, so I don't actually have it now. And so, I guess that means I could just keep on going until I get it again. Oh my gosh. I finally got it. Yeah, that was crazy. I literally started to pray about this. I'm literally just like, Lord help me, and I'm just like, and I'm literally just like, when am I going to get this? I'll go back a little bit, and then now we're about to see me. Yo, this run was crazy as well. Like, look at this. I finally get the run. I'm not sure how long it's going to be. Oh, it wasn't this one. Oh, what? Look how close I'm getting to the walls on me. Wow. Yeah. I took this on as like a challenge just to be like, I'm gonna try and get the hardest track down and see if I can get it done in a certain amount of time. And I completely failed on that challenge, but I'd say I still got the challenge of getting this track down because I'm finally starting to get. I'm gonna look over this clip and just look over throttle input and everything. I just been taking a bunch of notes on how I should be driving and stuff, and figuring out gearing and everything. And I feel like I found the perfect setup for this stuff. Didn't make it deeply into that ground curve in detail, but I completed it. Now I can go for a better run now. I was analyzing every part of like my run afterwards, just so I can see how to be able to do better on it, and just like from all the practice I've been doing, because I would practice for hours at a time. I felt like my hands were getting calmer. I started to stop getting on the clutch way more, because I would know that I've been learning about how just getting on the clutch will straighten the car, and it's just gonna make the car not want to do what I want it to. That everything just felt like the way that I knew that it should feel. Like I felt like the feeling of how it should feel, and now that I knew that feeling and I kept on searching for it, then I found it. And wow. It kind of reminds me of a Bible verse I heard on if you seek the Lord, that if you're truly seeking Him, then you'll find Him. But oh yeah, wait, why am I skipping through all this? I was gonna show. So for gearing, I have this set up to 4th gear, 159 miles per hour, 29 psi in the front, about 22 in the back, 12 fuel, 100 turbo, of course. We have about 4.5 camber in the front to negative 0.1 tow. To in the rear, no camber to 20 out. So positive camber. Positive tow, positive 20, 0.2. This is my settings for the dampening, drivetrain. I have to pause the dampening part. Brake bias, front, and pit stop strategy. No, I'm just kidding. We're not using that. Anyways, that's gonna be it for today's video. Finally got this down. I've been just getting some advice to really help me out, and I was gonna even look at some videos on different tips or information I could take in to better my knowledge on like setup. Now I know better, but I'm still going to look into it so I can develop my knowledge more and just see where it goes from there. But if you guys want to see more, I'm obviously going to be doing more of these clips, but these clips are going to be long. These videos are going to be longer. If you want to see like just quick clips, like while you're at work or something, then you can check out my clips channel. It should be in the description. Jacob F2 or Jacob F294, and you can just see some short subtle drifting clips or racing clips, or even rally clips. Maybe I'll do some rally clips as well. But that's gonna be it for today's video. So without further ado, hope you guys enjoyed. Like and subscribe, and good vibes only. Have a blessed day. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.